Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhamad Syahmi bin Kaswadi, metric number 2019434784. So in this video, we will discuss the importance of trade union in one company. Without further ado, I will be introducing what is trade union. A trade union is a group of workers who join to promote and protect their members' interests in matters such as salaries and working conditions, particularly through discussion with employers. Trade union relates to everyone closely as trade union has its own objectives. In Malaysia, those objectives are, according to Trade Union Act 1959, promote the interests of the members, to promote the social welfare of the members, and lastly is to obtain and maintain justice for the members. In Malaysia, there are three categories of unions. Number one is Public Sector Employees Union. This is the civil service, government bodies and municipal governments are all represented by public sector workers unions. Number two is the Private Sector Employees Unions. And the last one is an in-house union, which is all members are from the same company. So for the next part, I will pass to my friend to present the background study of trade union.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Nurezmadiyana Binti Muhamad. My metric number is 2019453308. Background of trade union. Trade union was established as association that related to employer and employee right in terms of wages, benefit and working conditions that can be provided through collective bargaining. It functioned under Trade Union Act 1959 and Industrial Relations Act 1967. The establishment of trade union must be registered by duly approved from DGTU with following procedure. Basically, a trade union was established according to particular trade, industry and option that can protect the interests and welfare of members. The emergence of trade union in Malaysia happening after the Second World War due to the economy downturn that led to this union organization because there were many conflicts between workers causing them to dispute to protect their rights. According to the Trade Union Enactment 1914 that was implemented and enforced throughout Malaya in 1947, every trade union was required to be registered under Trade Union Register. So, a department like Trade Union Advisory Department was established to handle registration and supervision of trade union activity. The main function of trade union not only protect the right and welfare of its members through policy, but it also become channel of communication between employer and employee to make sure good environment of working can be happen.
Hi, I am Mazni Fazleena Binti Yahani. My metric number is 2019-66084. In this part, I will explain clearly about the importance of establishing the trade union in one company. The importance of establishing trade union in one company is to promote the legislation affecting the interests of the members, in particular of trade union in general. The establishing of trade union is to protect the right of the workers. This is because the discrimination towards the workers increases times to times which their rights cannot be preserved. In order to promote the legislation in a company, the trade union need to raise the issue that happen in the industrial relation. Since the people need to obey and follow the legislation implemented, the trade union should fight for the benefits of the workers by raising the issues so that the legislation could be implemented. These days, there are several issues faced by the workers at the workplace, like the wages problem, the sexual harassment problem, the seniority, and so on. For instance, the legislation regarding the industrial relation that we could obviously see takes place in Budget 2022, which the budget made for the contract doctor. As the contract doctor has held the strike which called Harta Doktor Contract, in which aim to request to absorb their position into the hospital. However, the government did not grant the request, which makes the contract doctor not satisfied with the decision made by the government. Later on, the government decided to take care of the issue by extending the contract basis for 4 years more. This means the strike has caught the government attention, which shows that the issue needs to arise to ensure it will get notified by the government. Then, the Employment Act 1955, also known as the Act to Preserve the Workers' Benefits. By having the Employment Act 1955, people tend to follow all the details specified in the Act, such as wages, contract between employees and employers, working hours, and so on. This Act tends to protect the right of the workers that can be seen in the demonstration made by the employers of a steel factory at Jalan Chain Ferry. The demonstration was made due to the wages issue that has not been resolved for more than 1 year. The employers did not renew their salary adjustment, which made them decided to make a demonstration so they could grab the employers' attention.
My name is Zafira with Roslan. My metric number is 2019 to 87524. The second importance of trade unions is to help social adjustments and promote equality. The importance of trade unions is to help social adjustment and promote equality. Trade unions were established to help and solve problems among the workforce. Therefore, this can help reduce employment discrimination in each sector. To having this problem, the discrimination is the second main problem besides the problem of corruption among workers. With trade unions, such problems can be curbed. Discrimination refers to unfair treatment of certain individuals, where this treatment is made based on the group represented by the individual concerned. Discrimination is a common practice found in human society. It stems from human tendency to discriminate against other human beings. Discrimination can occur in various contexts. It can be done by individuals, institutions, firms, even by the government alone. There are a variety of behaviors that can be considered as discriminatory. Discriminatory behaviors, the significance is like an employee giving disproportionate pay to his employees with contributions that have been given based on the group it represents. Discrimination as well considered unjust based on the principle every human being should be given rights and equal opportunity. Labor market discrimination is defined as a certain group that receive lower wages but at work and productivity is the same just because they belong to the group, for example, men and women, race and religion, and so on. Bad treatment addressed to a certain group. Based on the target, discrimination can be divided into several types, such as discrimination of age, gender, health, race, and religion. Age discrimination, as individuals are given unfair treatment because he belongs to a certain age range. For example, in the country Malaysia, teenagers have always been considered people who cause problems until the term problem arise teenagers. As for gender, individuals are treated unfairly because of their gender, like male or female. For instance, female workers receive low wages compared to male workers, although their contribution is the same in the employment sector are similar. The issue of health given to individual is not as fair as it may have been before experiencing or suffering from a particular disease or disability. This can be seen as one suffering from mental illness has been refused to fill a certain position, even if it has been healed and has the necessary abilities. Apart from that, in such racial discrimination, individuals are treated unfairly based on the race they represent while discriminated against religion. The service provided are not fair based on the religion practice. In Malaysia, the Ministry of Women and Family Development was established to assist and to improve and preserve the rights of women and further reduce the issue of gender discrimination. Further efforts have been made to integrate gender perspective into public and private sectors. Gender awareness campaigns are being implemented by the ministry in order to train government leaders.
Trade union is important that function to promote legislation effective the interest of their member and help social adjustment by promoting equality of workers. Therefore, we suggest some recommendations to improve the growth of trade union and involvement for workers. Firstly, systematic trade unions are very important in terms of protecting the right of workers and solving disputes. That's why giving awareness to workers by encouraging them to actively participate in their trade union is very important to make sure action can be taken on any dispute between employer and employee. Secondly, strictly and improved intent of some trade union act need to be considered for make sure a proper implementation can be achieved by everyone about it. That's why it will affect in terms of making decisions with speed up and simplify that can lead to healthy growth of development trade union. Lastly, re-evaluate and improve training or education of trade union is necessary to ensure members have knowledge regarding the working and technicality of industry and able to decrease dispute in the working environment.
To conclude our presentation, a trade union is a group of workers who join to promote and protect their members' interests in matters such as salaries and working conditions, particularly through discussions with employers. There are two importances of trade unions. Number one is to promote legislation affecting the interests of the members, in particular of trade unions in general. Number two is to help social adjustments and promote equality. In our honest opinion, trade union is essential as it correlates directly and indirectly to the people's lives due to the union serving its purpose to the people of the working class and standing up against injustices as it gives the platform for the people to voice their dissatisfaction on matters relating to work. With the presence of trade unions, it can further benefit the working class by reducing discrimination in workplace and also promote equality. So that is all from us. Thank you.